Hi, I'm Mr. Franklin, and welcome to this weekly overview video for the week of November 2nd. I hope you had a great Halloween. My daughter and I certainly did. So let's jump into it. This week, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the entire week, and then we'll go assignment by assignment. On Monday, you're going to take some video notes on the conservation of energy, where we're hopefully going to start putting all the things we've been learning, work, potential energy, kinetic energy, heat energy, and start putting those things together a little bit. And then you're going to have some homework problems based on that. Now, there is a little bit of 7 steps in these problems, but the focus is largely on the actual conservation of energy concept, okay? On Tuesday, we're going to actually do a simulation. We're not going to use a gizmo. We're going to use the PhET simulation. It's one we've always used, and it's a great simulation that demonstrates conservation of energy. You're going to do that on Tuesday. And in the Zoom, we will also review parts of energy we haven't had time to talk about, like heat. On Wednesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are really going to be a quarter project focus. So on Wednesday, we're going to choose your third TED video, and then we are going to take some video notes and work through a sample video on how to actually break down the video and get a little more detailed on that than we have in the past. On Thursday, we're going to kind of give a recap of the entire unit of energy. This is our last week on energy. Next week, we will be beginning a new unit on waves. So that's kind of exciting. We'll get to be learning something new next week. But we're going to recap energy and also continue our discussion on the quarter project. On Friday, you will have an energy quiz. I will let you know more details about the specifics of the quiz in our Zoom. More than likely, it will involve one of each type of question, one about work, one about potential energy, one about kinetic energy, as well as some conservation of energy questions. And then your weekly reflection. All right, so let's jump into specific details here. Video notes for this week. We're going to watch the conservation of energy video. This one is done.
Conservation?
It's really well put together and has a great overview of all of it put together. You should, by the time you're done with that video, you should be able to answer these questions. What is conservation of energy? What is the relationship between kinetic energy and potential energy for an object falling or oscillating, which means swinging back and forth, at its highest point, when it's halfway down, and when it's almost touching the ground, okay? So the video explains all that, and that's what you should understand when you finish that video. When standard, take notes, take a picture, and then upload your notes for the assignment. Then you're going to have some concept questions like we've kind of been doing. It's kind of the pattern we've been following. And you're going to have just give me an explanation of conservation of energy. And then you're going to have a 7-step problem, which you're going to work. And then, so you can insert your picture here. And the answer to this goes right here in this box. Okay, so the answer you get should go right here. Once you've got the answer here, then you should be able to complete the rest of this table. All you should have to do is one 7-step problem, and you should actually be able to answer this entire table based on that, based on your video notes. So once you finish the table, what you should find is you should actually know the kinetic energy at this point just before the ball hits the ground. And so then you're going to have a final 7-step problem where you're going to calculate the velocity based on the energy that you put in this table. And there is an example, I believe, of this in the video. Then you're going to basically do the same kind of a thing, but with a different type of motion so that you can see that kinetic energy is more than just an up and down velocity kind of a deal. But you're going to have a pendulum swinging back and forth. And the video gives you an example of this. But at point number 1, you have 60 joules of potential energy, which if it's at the top, it's actually not moving. So you would actually have, guess what? How much kinetic energy? 0, hint, hint. Okay, so 60 plus 0 equals 60. But once you know what the total energy is, guess what the total energy should be for the entire table. Okay. All right. That's all the hints I'm going to give you for now. And once you finish that, then you are done with that. Then on Tuesday, we'll have our Zoom and then we will do our skate park lab. So for our skate park lab, everything is in the document. So you click on the document, just like we've been doing. You should go File, make a copy, File, make a copy, and then rename it to your name. And then click OK. And then you should fill in the document. Simulation is linked here. So you should just click the link. You should start with the intro setting. And all you have to do is click on the skater and you drop them and you can let them go. You can turn on the pie chart. You can turn on the graph. You can turn on the grid. You can actually view the speed changing. Okay. You can make the person a bigger person or a smaller person. You can change the shape. So all the directions though are just like our gizmo directions. Read everything carefully, okay? And it should tell you what to do. If you've got too much checked and you need to reset, you just click the restart button and it resets everything. And I believe there is a section where you're gonna wanna click on the friction tab and take a look at friction, but then you can go to the playground and you can build your own skate park and see what happens. Okay, but all the directions are in the document and just read it carefully. Next is, for this one, you're gonna choose your third TED video. You're gonna click the TED Ed website, and then you can pick any video from this. It doesn't have to be science, although that would probably be preferable, but you can pick any video that you're interested in as long as it's from this website. Once you've chosen it, you're gonna click the red submit button up here, and it has a text entry box. So once you've got that, you're just gonna tell me the title of your video. So let's say, for example, can you outsmart a troll? Okay, so let's just say I picked that one. So I'm going to copy that link, copy link. I'm going to paste that link, and then I'm also going to give that, can you outsmart a troll? Okay, and then I'm going to submit that assignment. And I'm done, okay? Now you got to remember that video, because that's what I'm going to be looking for when you get to your next assignment coming up later. But on this day, you're going to take some video notes. So the first video notes is mainly, I want you to watch. Actually, let's go back to the directions. Read all the directions first. So read everything so you kind of know what's going on. But you're going to watch this video first. You may take notes if you want to, but I'm not going to require it. I would personally take notes because it would help me just remember information. But the main thing is you do need to watch the entire video. It does a really good job of explaining what the next step is by showing you an example and things like that. Plus, it's really interesting. So please watch that. Then I've made a second video. Now, this second video is a video of me seeing the universe never increase, actually analyzing a TED Ed video the way I want you to analyze it. Okay, so I work through an example. So I want you to actually take notes. I want you to do what I'm doing in this same document. Okay, so you're going to do exactly what I'm doing. That document happens to be this document right here. So you click on the claim breakdown document, file, make a copy, make your own copy, make sure you give it your name, and then you're going to click on this link, watch the video, and then you're going to, once you finish that, you're going to go back to my instructional video, and while you're watching me do it, you're going to do it. I'm going to do something, then you do it. I'm going to do something, then you do it. Okay? That way we can work together on something so you can get some work practice in, and but I'm also showing you how to do it. Okay, and we'll see how that works for us. Once you finish that, then you're going to turn in the Google Doc. So this document that you made a copy of and renamed, that's what you're going to turn in for the video notes for this. Okay, then we're going to get to the next day, which for my block 1 and block 2, we'll have a Zoom first. So we'll get a chance to talk about some of that. And then your homework for that day is to basically do what you practiced the day before, but now you're actually going to take your TED number 1 and break it down. TED number 2, break it down. TED number 3, and break it down, okay? So notice that we're not doing an overview document for TED number 3 because you're gonna do it here, okay? So everything I need you to do, you're just gonna do it here. But you can use your overview notes, because some of you have already written some really good notes in that. If you've got some good notes and it's the right kind of quality, you can copy and paste and put it in there. But make sure that you're not just copying and pasting because, okay? Because maybe your evidence isn't a direct quote. Well, then you can't copy it, okay? You've got to find it and make it the direct quote. Your connection that you wrote might have been good. It might not have been, okay? Because we're gotten more detailed with this. But feel free to use that other document. Okay, anything else that I explain is in the other video for the previous day. So if you're not sure what to do, it's all here in this video notes right here, okay? So I work an example. That should be plenty enough of an example for you to at least make some progress. Get as much as you can done, and then we'll have time on our Zoom to discuss and share with each other any problems that we've been having. Okay, then you will have a quiz. The quiz will be have at least one question on each type of energy as well as work, probably one on power as well. So it'll be and there will be a lot of vocabulary type questions, and anything else I will let you know either on Tuesday or Thursday's Zoom, okay? Main thing I would be studying is my vocabulary, and I would be reviewing and studying my video notes. At the end of the week, I want you to do a weekly reflection. So last week it was just turn in your planner pages. I really like this document because I actually make a lot of pretty big adjustments to class based on what you are putting in there. Even if I don't respond to you directly, it actually greatly informs what I'm doing with each Zoom. And so I was like, oh, okay, I shouldn't have quite gone away from that. So I have added a place for you to insert a picture of your plan that you made with your planner. Otherwise, tell me what you understand, what you don't understand, and how are you going to fix any misunderstandings, along with some suggestions for you to follow. The more detailed you are, the better it helps you, okay? Because it's supposed to be a reflection of what you know or don't know. And it also informs me and lets me know what I'm going to do the following week. That, I believe, concludes this week. So please make sure that you do your best and ask questions. If you need help, come to tutorial, sign up for CAVE, all that good stuff. So I will also, block 3 and block 4, your days will be slightly different. So just follow your weekly agenda. All right, that's all I got. Have a great day and a great week.